Hello everybody, welcome to Fallout 4. This is a video on my Red Rocket settlement. This isn't a regular settlement, this is just my supply settlement. It has no settlers, it has no water, it has no food, right? It's just really where I collect all my materials and I created a building site. So anyway, it's a little tricky to build above Red Rocket. It seems like there's no build zones and it's really tricky to actually even get up there with steps. But anyway, if you play around, you can actually get up there. But anyway, so the first thing I did here is I built these stairs just to the left just to try and get up there, and then I put platforms just above the actual signs, and then I just started laying down floors above that, and I took from there. So you can build a little room here. You can't really build much further than I showed you there. So let's get into it. So this is really my building area where I have all my machines that build various things. I mostly just use the weapons, so you can build the ghost rifles, the miniguns, the missile throwers, as well as the Fat Man. So you can generate a lot of those if you need to, and for whatever reason. And then that thing I use here is the actual ammunition. So I generate a lot of .45 ammo, .45 ammo for my spray gun, and my Guardian Overseer rifle. But you can generate grenades and plasma mines and fragmentation mines and fragmentation grenades. So it's pretty useful. If you have a lot of material, you can do that. Now, we'll get into the actual material a bit later, but I'll show you what I've actually done in terms of collection of materials. So I'm just gonna throw some steel back into my weapon forge here, so we can create some rifles here quick. And then I can show you how the conveyor belt actually works. So you can either just put a storage container on the front of each machine here, but I thought I'd make it a little nicer and we're not so cluttered by creating just a single conveyor for all of my all the machines. So it goes into a single storage container. It doesn't work as well with the Fat Man because the Fat Man is such a large weapon, so it kind of falls off the side. But everything else, even the minigun, seems to work generally okay. Although sometimes we'll get stuck, and you just come and grab all the miniguns if they do get stuck. I mean, it's really quick to actually pick up all the guns, surprisingly, and then you just put them into the storage bin. Yeah. But as you can see there, I'm creating .45 ammo, and there's a ghost rifle there. You know, goes down the conveyor really nicely. Even though it's a fairly large weapon, you know, works quite well. And like I said, the minigun comes down there quite nicely as well, surprisingly, and that's even a bigger gun, right? So, other than that, in order to create the conveyor, you have to put it on these blocks of wood. It's just not high end, and there's no real, you're limited in actual connections with the conveyor belts. They generally have conveyors that go downwards and not really into a conveyor, unfortunately. They have a few right angle conveyors that you could use, but then you can really only do one. So it didn't really work out well. So what I did is I just raised the machines up the floor level, and then I had a power conveyor down on the right here that powers the entire conveyor belt, so it just keeps it running. And then I just drop everything onto the conveyor, right? So I'll quickly show you the rest of the settlement. I haven't used the space. There's a lot of space I could use, and maybe I'll turn it into a settlement one day, but I really don't want settlers here at the moment, so I don't want to be attacked. We've got a lot of materials and supplies in this one, and I prefer that they don't show up and, you know, do damage to all the work I've done, right? So, you know, you could create some decks. I think that you can only really go up 3 or 4 stories. You might be able to go up one more floor above this one, or turn this one into the last floor. I think that's about as high as you can go. I don't think you can go much higher than that, but I haven't actually tried, so. Okay, I'll just show you. There's still some building room. I didn't use all the building room on the sides. You can see there I could actually extend it further out. I didn't really need to. I knew I was going to use this space as a materials base, right? So You've got to click connect to terminal, and once you connect to terminal, you can actually run them all. Now you can actually add switches onto these machines, so you can turn them off and on. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll do that down the road. Otherwise, they just keep producing non-stop, and you can either remove some of the material, like remove the steel. That's what I typically do. Take out the steel and it stops, or you can just remove the power line to it. So yeah, my materials. So I used the duplication glitch to create these materials. It's a lot of work still, even with that, but you know, I wanted to have all the material easy at my disposal. I got so sick and tired of running around collecting stuff, which I did that for ages. And what really actually made me do this was the last straw was, you know, I wanted glass, and the only glass I could get was from Dr. Sun in 25 units, which was ridiculous, right? So I'd invested into the general stores, and I was able to get high numbers of 250 steel and 250 rubber, which was great because I didn't have to get the stupid 25 rubber from Dr. Sun anymore. That was awesome. But when I wanted glass, then you know I wasn't able to get glass very easily, and I needed a lot of it. And I was just stupid. So anyway, that's when I started looking into the duplication glitch. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bothered. But anyway, so I've really duplicated every material that I think I need. Obviously, there's a whole bunch more, but I got the main ones. So I just wanted to make sure that I had, you know, enough of the material that if it got patched, then you know I would have enough supply to last me for a long time, right? So in each container I've got 50,000, between 50 and 60,000. I wouldn't put more than 60,000 of the same material in the same container. It starts glitching out and causing you problems and stuff. So I've limited to like 50,000 in a container, and then that gives you about 600,000. I have 12 containers per material, so it gives me about 600,000 units of each material that I can go there and grab. And whenever I need new stuff, I just go and duplicate it and put it back. So I always have the containers full at all times until you know, if it does ever get patched, and then I'll just pull from the containers. But you know, I don't go around collecting little bits and pieces anymore. Like I said, I got so sick and tired of doing that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then hit the like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your support. It helps.